So once again, I have no idea what's going on in the wall behind that shower, but there's obviously a separation between the living space of Unit 78 and the shower stall of my bathroom. And there's somebody who likes to sit in the 2 foot wide utility closet that is apparently located directly behind this wall, that is not accessible from the residents of Unit 78. It seems to be having a separate access point somewhere else in the building. I'm not sure where. And this person likes to sit in that corner right there and smack the wall when I try to go into this bathroom to use the facilities or to take a shower. And this started happening approximately an hour ago at 2 o'clock p.m. It's now just about 3 p.m. on Monday, February 17th, 2025. And there's been an intense amount of marijuana smoke coming from the area behind this wall, even though the Greenville group just informed me that there's a new resident in Unit 78. So either the new resident is the old resident that they moved out and then kept in another unit for a few years. Now they've moved her back in, or there is a separate access point for the area that I keep getting smacking and banging noises from when I step into this bathroom to try to use it for any reason. There's also someone at 88 making violent slamming and banging noises right now. And I am starting to wonder if the compulsive masturbating piece of shit named Jason DaCosta, who lived in that unit and never left it for 3 years, continues to access the area of his former unit. I mean, apparently he was moved out last week, but I think he continues to reside in this building, much like Jasmine Irizarry, the former resident of 78, also continues to live in this building, even though she evidently was moved out of 78 in 2022. She might have been just moved right back in, but they're not telling me who was moved in to Unit 78 a few days ago. So you got these perving, creeping, wanking, psycho scum, rejected asswipe pieces of shit that have nothing to do, sitting around making violent slamming and banging noises based on what I'm doing in the privacy of my bathroom. And Irizarry has bragged on social media because she's a mentally disturbed psychopath who apparently is getting sponsored by Oleg Alisiev, her close personal friend at the Greenville group, to harass tenants that he doesn't like. She has bragged that she's getting paid to use a directed energy device and that she's aiming it at my head. And this has been going on over the last 24 hours now. Irizarry has resumed her use of a directed energy device pretty intensely, and it went on throughout the night. It happened this morning, and it's happening now again. It happened an hour ago when I tried to use the facilities in my bathroom. At the same time, the water is continuously causing problems. It stinks. It has a thick, gritty, sticky, tacky residue, and you can't use it for anything. There's some kind of additive or sediment in that water that causes it to stink, and you can't drink it. It makes you sick if you drink it. So there's constant problems in this unit, starting with the surveillance devices that the Greenville group have repeatedly informed me they are using in here, but they seem to think it's perfectly legal, and they keep referring to Jasmine Irizarry, the wanking, perving, creeping, psychopath. They keep referring to her as their surveillance expert. So now I have to call them again, leave a voicemail. I mean, I'm not leaving voicemails because I expect them to do anything. I'm using it for documentation purposes to show the court that I actually have notified the landlord verbally and or in writing of unsafe conditions or harassment or threats to my personal health and safety, and that they have done nothing to address it. So these voicemails that I leave, I'm certainly not expecting a corrupt criminal slumlord like the Greenville group with connections to the Russian mafia, as 6 separate people have informed me. I would not expect them to do anything about the paid career masturbating psychopath named Jasmine Irizarry, who they're continuing to use as some type of psychotic attack dog to harass tenants they don't like. And I certainly would not expect them to do anything about the violent compulsive masturbator who's still in Unit 88 based on the violent slamming and banging that's been going on over the last 2 hours from directly behind this wall. I mean, he still lives in the building, so maybe he still has a key to his unit. He did only move out last week. So this is ridiculous. I am paying rent, full market value rent. I'm not receiving any subsidy. This is not a subsidized unit. I'm not getting any rental assistance. And if I can't make the rent, then, they take me to court. So I need to get what I'm getting. I need to get my money's worth, and I'm not getting my money's worth here. This is ridiculous. There's intense amounts of marijuana smoke constantly filling my bathroom that are not coming from the hallway. I was just out in the hallway in and out over the last 15, 20 minutes. There's no marijuana smoke in the hallway. The marijuana comes from the psycho-trash psychopath who's continuing to use a directed energy device to electronically harass and assault me when I have to do things in this bathroom that involve the removal of clothing, or when I'm also laying on my bed flat on my back, because I tend to sleep on my back, and I'm facing the ceiling. She is a surveillance expert, and it's not a stretch to think that, hey, maybe she and her friends got in here one time, based on the number of times I've come back to find my door unlocked, open, and vandalized, and maybe they stuck a surveillance device on the ceiling so that when I'm lying flat on my back on my bed, the surveillance device is looking right down at me and can see everything I do on my bed. She gets really agitated and aggressive with her directed energy device when I flip over and lie on my back on this bed right here. There's absolutely no reason for any directed energy device usage to only occur when I do certain things, but not others. But it is very activity specific, which means it's being used in conjunction with illegal surveillance devices in this unit that the Greenville group keeps bragging are in here. And I'm thinking they probably made up a bunch of lies about me to law enforcement so they could get a free pass on using surveillance devices in my unit just for the benefit of the perving, creeping, wanking, psycho scum, BLM asswipe ghetto shit that they're housing in large numbers in this building, who are nothing but compulsive masturbating rejects with no lives and claim to be so-called social justice activists. Really? You're the ones who are harassing, stalking, and assaulting women, and you claim to be social justice activists, women who don't want to have anything to do with you? Hey, BLM, my body's not a party favor. Hashtag me too. Go kill yourselves, rejects. You're a bunch of wanking perverts. Psycho trash.